it is Breyonna. So today we're going to be sitting down and doing a full face makeup tutorial using products that I've been really obsessed with this month. And I mean, like, we're going to do a full face because normally I do start my videos out with my brows on because I feel like I look a little bit weird without them. Like, I don't know, I just normally don't like my face without them. But you know what? I thought we would include them today because I have found 2 brow products that have literally changed the game for me and I wanted to include them. But the products that I am going to be featuring today, you know, they might be new launches and I've been really enjoying them. Or they might be things I rediscovered in my collection. So I mean, we're going to have kind of like a variety of both. Now, I'm just saying, before we jump into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on Instagram or TikTok, it is at Breyonna as well. So let me put you onto one of my favorite brow pencils lately, and it is from e.l.f. and this one is called the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and oh my gosh, I do not know why I didn't try this one sooner. I wear shade Neutral Brown, and I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I really draw on my brows. Like, if you're not into that, you're probably not going to like how I draw my brows on, but I feel like I like a good fluffy brow right now, and I also like something that matches my hair. Because my natural brows, they are so light and sparse. But what I'm going to do is take the pencil and kind of draw a line underneath my natural brow. Because I don't like to carve my brows out with concealer. So I just do this instead. It's kind of like a time saver for me. So you kind of want something like that. And then I take the pencil and then I draw a little hair-like stroke starting at that line that we made. And then going up and out. And I just do it to the thickness and the shape that I'm going for. I honestly just follow my natural brow. And if your brows are a little bit more unruly than mine are, you can just take a spoolie and then kind of brush them up and out. And that'll help create the shape for you. So it's a little bit easier to see it. On a whim though, I bought some e.l.f. brow products and I'm surprised I haven't tried them sooner because they're really nice and they're also really, really affordable. I also like this one in the white container, I guess you would call it. And this one is called the Instant Lip Brow Pencil. This one is a little bit cheaper than the Ultra Precise. This one, though, to me, is like a little bit more waxy. If you like a really waxy and super creamy pencil, you'll probably prefer that one. But the one I'm using right now, the Ultra Precise, reminds me of the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. So if you like Brow Wiz, you're probably going to like this one. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be like, girl, you draw on your brows too thick. Let me just say, I barely have brows right here. Like, they are non-existent. And they look horrible if I go with my natural color of them. Because then it would be like a blonde brow, and then my hair is really dark. I don't know, I just think it looks really weird. And also, I like the trendy brow of having them kind of like fluffy and larger. So that's what I'm going to do. If the brows aren't perfect, don't worry about it because we'll have to kind of like finesse them in a second. But the other product I've been really liking lately is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. And this is kind of like a brow gel in a pot. And I think it's technically like a brow like styler is what they call it. But I've been really liking this stuff lately. And what I do is I take a spoolie brush. I like this one from Luxie. It's a 201 Brow and Lash. I just use it for my brows. It technically comes straight, so I just kind of like bent it a little bit so it's a little bit easier to use. But I literally just take the brush, dab it into Brow Freeze like twice. Not like in, but just kind of like lightly tap. And then I just lightly brush it through my brows, up and out. Now, I know a lot of people like to use this product to do the laminated brow trend. Personally, I do not like how that looks on me. I don't know what it is about it, but it just, I don't know. I think it's because I barely have any brow hairs, but it just makes my brows look funny. So this is kind of like my version of a feather brow. So the palette that we are going to be using today is the ColourPop Fade into Hue. This is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. Like, I cannot get enough of it. It's one of those palettes for me that I have to put in a corner in my makeup collection. Otherwise, I will just continuously use this one without using other things, which is not a good thing as a YouTuber to do. But I don't know, I just really enjoyed this palette, and I think it's just going to be the perfect palette going into spring and summer. Because again, we have all these beautiful pastels, we have glitter and shine, and we also have these really funky bright shades under here too. And there's just something about this palette with how it's laid out in rainbow order. It's just very inspiring to me. But if you'd like to see any of the other looks I have done with this palette or my original review, I'll have them linked in the description box down below for you. I'm not too sure what kind of look I want to do today. Like, part of me wants to do like something sunsetty because that's just kind of the mood I'm in. And then the other part of me is like, no, we're using a rainbow palette, we gotta do a rainbow look. So I guess we'll see how this look turns out. But the first shade I'm going to be going in with is this yellow shade, and this one is called Big Smile. And I'm just going to be taking it on this Luxie 206 tapered blending brush. I'm just going to be popping it right in my crease, and then blending it upwards towards my brow. And this is going to be our transition shade today. And you know what, I'm actually going to round out this outer V situation too. Just a little bit. Yeah, I am going to do a second layer too. You honestly don't even have to build up this shade though if you don't want to. Like, it's very pigmented right away. I really want to dip into this coral color right here because I don't think I've used it yet. And this one is called Love and Warhol. And I'm just going to be taking it on this Anastasia A25 blending brush. And again, I'm just going to be popping this baby right in my crease. And rounding out this outer V. And then I'm also going to blend it up into Big Smile. It's a really pretty color. I'm hoping that the second layer will make it look a little bit more coral. I don't know about you, but I love a good coral for spring and summer, especially summer. I feel like coral is like the color. You know, whether that is like lipstick or blush, it always just looks beautiful. And right now where I'm at, like, it got like really warm and now it's gotten a little bit colder. And I'm so ready for the warm weather already because I'm just over winter. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I just hate winter. Like, I don't mind the cold for a while, but the snow, I hate snow. I hate shoveling it, I hate driving in it, and I especially hate the slush. Like, the slush is just disgusting. And now everybody into flared jeans, it's like, girl, have you not had flared jeans in winter with the slush, and then it hits you in the back of the ankles? Like, oh, like, that was like the worst thing to me in middle school. Like, I just remember walking into school in the morning with, like, these nasty, like, wet flared jeans on the bottom, and it would, like, hit me in the back of the ankle, and it just felt nasty. Like, I don't know why they're even, like, trending right now. Like, they look really cool, and I know they're gonna be, like, amazing during summer, but with them trending right now during this time of year, it's kind of like, ugh. Like, it just brings me back to those days, and I'm just like, girl, like, why would you want to do that? So to define the crease a little bit more, I'm just going to go in with this pinky red shade called Paradise. A lot of people think this is a red, but it's truly like a pink with like a little bit of red to it. And I'm just going to be taking it on this brush from Luxie. It's a 237 little blending brush. And I'm just going to be popping that again in my crease. And then also rounding out this outer V. I don't know, I kind of want to do a rainbow look today. I think that'd be really fun. Like, every time I use this palette, I always debate on doing a rainbow look of some sort. Because there's just something about it. It just screams, do a rainbow look. I think it's just for how it's laid out. And I'm just going to go back in with that brush that we applied the yellow with. And I'm just going to, like, finesse these edges. So I just did this half cut crease off camera, but I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of Paradise on this Moto small shader brush. And I'm just going to pack it right on that harsh line. I'm not going to bring it in that far. Not even like a third. Just enough to mask that line. Because I do want to do some funky colors on the lid. So for the lid, I'm first going to go in with this purple shimmer shade. I was going to go in with the matte, but I don't know, like, this purple is just screaming my name. And this one is called Express. And this is a very icy purple, but I'm just going to take it on this dampened shader brush. But man, like, that is so pretty. And I'm also going to kind of like finesse it into Paradise in this outer edge. Again, I'm just kind of like tapping it into it. I'm just going to do a second layer really just to like amplify it. So for the rest of the lid, I'm just going to go in with this blue shimmer shade, and this one is called Hot Copic, I think is how you say it. I don't think I've used this shade before, but I'm just going to again take it on a dampened little shader brush. I'm hoping that it looks good next to Express, but I'm not too sure. Ooh, that's actually a really pretty color. Again, it's kind of like a grayish blue. Yeah, it's kind of like a pastel blue with like a gray undertone to it. It's really pretty. And I'm also going to kind of like feather it into Express just a little bit. You know what, I am going to do another layer just to really like amplify it. But dang, like that's really pretty. I was actually expecting it to be a little bit darker when applied. So this was a nice surprise. And then for liquid liner today, I'm just going to go in with my all-time favorite, which is the Epic Ink liquid liner from NYX. And I'm going to do a fairly thick wing today. Because I don't know, I just want like a wing that is large and in charge. That's one thing I really like about this liquid liner though, is that it just glides on so easily. Because I hate liners that skip, it is so frustrating, and then when you try to fix everything, it just keeps on it like gets worse and it's just really hard to work with. Whereas this one just, I don't know, like there's something about it, it just applies beautifully. So for mascara today, I'm just going to go in with this one from Essence. It is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, and this one has like a greenish blue tube to it, but like this mascara makes my lashes look so nice, and also I think it's like $5, like it's really affordable, but I just love how it makes my lashes look. Like it gives them some volume, a little bit of length, without looking clumpy. Like it's literally what I like in a mascara, because I like volume, but I don't like that thick goopy kind of look on my lashes. And I also don't like the spidery look either. I don't know, I just think it makes them look so nice. And I also like that it gives me a little bit of length too, because I have really stubby lashes, so I'll take whatever I can get for length. So for lashes today, I'm just going to go in with my favorites, which is the Kiss Lashes in Russian Volume. Literally my absolute favorite lashes ever. They're so good because they give you like that Instagram like fluffy lash effect, but they don't look like too much, because I feel like a lot of Instagram lashes, like they're either way too long or they're like too thick looking on the eye. Like they kind of look like a caterpillar. But these ones to me don't look like too heavy or thick. Like they just have like the perfect amount of everything without being too much. And the glue that I'm using today is the Duo Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive. That's kind of a tongue twister for me. But I'm just going to kind of like glob it onto the lash. And I like to put a little bit extra on the corners, because I got some watery eyes and this helps it. But I'm just going to take them on tweezers. You can also use your fingers if you want. I honestly do both ways. But I like to pop mine right in the center. Do the inner corner. And then the outer corner. And then I like to kind of like pull this outer corner just a little bit. And my biggest tip though when applying lashes, especially if you want a little bit more of like a lift, is right before they dry, take your finger and kind of like push them upwards. You have to be a little bit careful when you're doing this, because sometimes it can pop the lash off the eye. So you just kind of want to push it back down and then push it up. Especially in this outer corner, it looks really, really pretty. So for face primer today, I'm just going to go in with my holy grail, which is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I love this primer so much. Not only does it make my makeup last all day, but it doesn't break me out. So many primers I try, like they make my skin look amazing, but after a couple times of using it, they'll break me out, or I'll get like these bumps on my face. And this is one of those primers I can always go back to and know I can use it like every day and I'll never have a problem. But I'm just going to apply it to the center of my face and then kind of like distribute it outwards. My skin is really sensitive today, so if I'm looking like a tomato, that's why. It's not the primer. Honestly, my skin is so sensitive, like I can barely touch it and I'm just gonna look red. It's super annoying. Okay, but for foundation, we are going to be using something that I have been so obsessed with lately. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how obsessed I am. But that is the Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint. And oh my gosh, like this makes my skin look so good. You guys know I'm really into lighter coverage products right now. But this gives me coverage, but it also gives me like this blurring effect to the skin. Like, it just looks flawless. And also what I like about it too is that it has SPF 30 and it's Reef Safe SPF 2, which is really bomb. And another thing that's actually really cool about it is the packaging. It's like one of these roller balls and then you click the top. I have to make sure I don't get it on my carpet because it's white carpet. Personally, like the packaging's so cool and different, but I kind of wish that they would have done something similar to Hydro Grip instead, like a pump. I feel like they did it this way though, because you're going to be able to get refills for this baby, which I am really excited about. Because I love products that I can refill on, and plus it's better for the environment too. And I know like I'm globbing this on, but I don't know, I like a lot of foundation, I like a lot of skin tint. And I also have a big face, so I have to use a little bit more to cover it all up. So now I'm just going to blend it in using a dampened sponge, and this one's from ColourPop, and I actually really like this sponge. Because it has like a really nice angle to it, and I feel like I can just kind of like blend everything in really easily. And what's nice about this sponge though too is that it doesn't soak up a lot of product. But do you see what I mean though? It kind of like blurs the skin. And it also is extremely dewy. Like if you like a good healthy glow and like a dewy finish, you would fall in love with this. Because this is actually the first time I've ever found like a dewy product that I've really enjoyed. That doesn't look too dewy and doesn't like break up throughout the day. Because a lot of dewy stuff on me, for some odd reason, it just, I don't know, like after a couple hours, it just looks like a hot mess. But this I've had on, you know, for about 12 hours before, and it looked really nice at the end of the day too, which is bomb. But I don't know how to explain it, but do you see how like glowy it is? So for contour today, I'm just gonna go in with this NYX Wonder Stick, and you have no idea, like, this is my new favorite product for contour, which I never thought I would say because I've been so obsessed with my Fenty Match Stick in Amber for so long, but this is just so easy to use and work with, and I use shade Light Medium. The only thing about this is that it isn't super crazy cool tone. I feel like going into spring and summer, it's like the perfect shade, but I just wish that there was a version that was like a little bit more cool tone. But this just blends like butter. Ooh, I accidentally did it on my temple. Normally I don't do it right there anymore, but you know what? We're just gonna work with it. I love how creamy this stick is, but I feel like I'm gonna burn through it really fast. Because I mean, it is like super, super creamy. I'm gonna kind of like pile it in my cheekbones. Because I'm a little bit puffy today, and I want to make my face look snatched. And then I'm just gonna take the butt of this sponge and then blend everything outwards. You see what I mean though? Like you barely tap it and it's practically like blended. So if you've been wanting to try cream contour and you're a beginner and you don't know what to start with, I think this is like the perfect product to try. Because a lot of cream contours, I don't know, like some of them can be just kind of like hard to blend and they can kind of be a little bit on the thicker side on the skin. Whereas this one I don't have that problem. But it's just, it's so easy to blend. And it also goes into my hairline really well too. And doesn't like cling onto my hair. And what I like to do too is just take the side that I blended out my foundation with and kind of like finesse the edge. Just a little bit. So for concealer today, I'm just going to go in with my e.l.f. Cosmetics Hydrating Camo Concealer. I wear shade Fair Rose. And I'm just going to do a little bit kind of like right in here. Trust me on this, the less is more approach is so much better for concealer. Because not only does it look less thick and cakey, but it just gives you so much more coverage. And then I'm just going to blend this out using my sponge. And again, I'm going right underneath my eye and following right under it and going towards my temple. So a few weeks ago, there was a trend on TikTok where you would apply a bright red lipstick underneath your face products, and once everything was applied on top and melted in, it'd give you this natural flush glow, and it was super gorgeous. I tried that trend out, and I just loved how it looked. The only thing is I didn't like the lipstick underneath my face products that much. Like, I like the effect it gave, but I found that I lost the intensity of the blush. So what I've been doing is applying the lipstick as a cream blush after my concealer instead. Personally, I like using a satin lipstick, and my favorite so far has been this one from NYX. It is the Shout Loud lipstick in the shade Desert Rose, and it's kind of like a mauvey pink. And what I like to do is just apply a little bit, kind of like that. And then what I just do is take my sponge and then buff it out. And I just use a different side than the concealer. Because then I just go in with the concealer side and kind of like finesse the edge. But I don't know, I think it just looks really nice and it gives more versatility to your products too. And then for loose powder today, I'm just going to go in with this one from Anastasia. And this one is in the shade Vanilla. I mean, translucent is good, but the vanilla one just really blurs everything. And personally for me, I just like to powder the center of my face right now. Like underneath my eyes, in my smile lines, and then on my chin and around my nose. Personally for me, I do like to do cream and powder contours, so for powder today, I'm just going to go in with this e.l.f. Cosmetics Powder Contour Palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. So I'm just going to be taking it on this brush from Olimar. This is a complexion brush. It's kind of like an angled blush brush, but I really like it for contour. I just really enjoy this e.l.f. palette because the shades are really nice in it. Like, I can literally wear every single one in here, and a lot of times with contour palettes, I can't. They have a few different variations on this one too for different skin tones. But it blends into the skin so nice, and it's super easy to work with. So for highlighter today, I'm just going to be going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sugar Glow Kit. I've been so obsessed with this palette lately, and I really enjoy this color right here called Starburst. Now this color in the pan looks kind of like a pinky, kind of like gold color, but when applied it is super, super icy. It's a very deceiving shade. But I mean, look at how pretty that is. It's also really blinding. which I love. And I'm just taking it on this brush from ColourPop. It's an F33 highlighting brush. But I mean, look at that glow. Like, oh, I don't know about you guys, but I love a blinding highlight. I know it's not trendy right now, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta do what you love. So for lips today, I'm first gonna go in with this ColourPop Lippy pencil in the shade Little One. I don't know what it is about this color, but I've been really liking it. It's kind of like a nudie color. Literally goes with any kind of look. So for lipstick today, I'm just gonna use this one from Anastasia. This is the matte lipstick in the shade Buff. I'm just going to tap it right on top of that lip liner. So let's work on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to take that corally shade called Love and Warhol on this small little shader brush from Morphe and run it right underneath my lower lash line. And when I'm doing this, I'm just doing back and forth motions. And then for the inner corner highlight, I'm just going to go in with Hot Copic again, that blue shade. And I'm just going to be taking it on this dampened pencil brush from Anastasia. This is a A14. If you want this to be a rainbow look, you can always go in with the shimmery green. But I don't know, I just really like this blue for something different. I like that it has like that gray undertone to it too. I think it just makes it a little bit more on the interesting side. And I'm also just going to go in with a second layer on this blue just to really like amp it up. Ooh, that is a really fun color. I seriously do not understand why I haven't used this shade yet. It's so pretty. It really just brings like a wow factor to the look too. And then for the waterline, I'm just going to go in with this Creme Gel Liner Pencil from ColourPop in the shade Big Splash. Kind of like a baby blue. Ooh, that looks really cool. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this or not with the blue inner corner. But I think it looks really fun. I don't know about you, but every single time I do a Sunset Smoky Eye, I just fall in love with them again because they're one of my favorite looks to do. And I also feel like they're a classic colorful look too that literally goes with everything. Like, I don't know, like there's just something about it that's just so magical. And I also like that we did a little bit of a cool tone little spicy moment on the lid as well as with the waterline. I feel like it really added a lot to this look. And also, if you would like this to be a rainbow look, just do a green blinding inner corner highlight and just be like the coolest look ever. But yeah, so in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this look, and also let me know if you'd like to see more full face tutorials. But as always though, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on Instagram or TikTok, it is at Breyonna as well. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!